Hello and welcome to Tuner Tips by Todderbert. In front of us with the Aukey Basix Plus series. This is a 20,000 milliamp hour power bank, model number PBN74. You can find it for $19.99 on Amazon retailing. I got mine on sale for $14.99. Hopefully the sale is still running. I'll have links below to it. It's a cool power bank, good value compared to other ones I've reviewed in the past. So I always keep an eye out for a decent deal, and this is one. So here's the Basix Plus series box, pretty simple. Nothing too fancy with it. Little blurbs there. Okay, took everything out of the box. Let's see what we get. So in the box, we get the star of the show, the PBN74, beautiful. We get a charging cable, USB to Type-C. It's always good to have an extra one of those, right? We always have those. I have a few of them. Then we get some paperwork. We have a Win-Aw kit. You can take a video and photo creatives relating to your Aukey. Cool. All right, that's awesome. You can win free stuff. And then they got the manual here. It's kind of in different languages. And I think it opens up like this. There we go. Basix Plus series. Yeah, I was like, what? Where's the English? Oh, yeah, I see. It's on top. So it just goes over. It's a pretty basic setup. I'll just do this for posterity. And you can freeze frame it as you need to. It has lots of inputs to charge it. 3 different ones, which is nice. So if you can't find your Type-C cable, you can charge it with a micro USB cable, or if you have an Apple Lightning cable, it'll do the same thing. Charging your device. There you go, unplugging. Okay. Low current charging mode, which I'll show you. That's pretty awesome. Liking that setup. And we'll go to the back, shows you how to turn that on. I think it's press and hold for 5 seconds. Yeah, there you go. And you can deactivate it or wait 2 hours for it to turn off. There you go. Yeah, it's timed mode. I wish it wasn't timed, but I think they all are timed. There's your LED status indicator. Pretty basic. Mine's fairly accurate at the 4 LEDs. Some notes, and I think there's some specifications here. Right on this side, there you go. Model number, capacity, and then your ports. With the input and output we can expect, and the maximum you're going to get out of it. And got a weight of 386 grams. Okay, cool. Let's put this little recording instructions to the side, and let's get to the power bank. Yeah. Let's go over dimensions. So this bad boy is 5.5 inches in length, 2 5/8 of an inch in width, and a thickness of 1 inch. Let's do a size comparison. I brought out some competitors. Let's see what they can do. I have the Inu. This is a 22.5 watt power delivery power bank, which is superior as far as power output goes compared to the Aukey, but as far as capacity delivered, they're pretty close. So this is $30 on Amazon, and this is $15 right now if you get the sale price. And again, this is a way better value because the capacity delivered here is very close to the capacity delivered by the Inu, and this was the best I've ever tested. So this is probably my second best. And then we have a third thing here, the Romos Sense. I think this is 6F model. Yeah, this thing's not great. It's gigantic, and it doesn't produce as much power as either of these two. So this delivered less than these two. What the heck is that about? And it's bigger and clunkier. So yeah, I like Romos products. Their 30,000 milliamp hour banks are the way to go. So stay away from their smaller ones. I like the bigger ones. They just don't make a smaller one as good. This one was, I thought it'd be better, but nope. So here we are. So there's their size comparison. We got deck of cards here, in case you don't have those power banks. Standard size, plain deck. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. I think he likes Aukey power banks from China land. I think. I don't know. You have to ask him. Ask me anything. Yeah, I have a little fun with that. Right on, right? Okay, so we're going to zoom it on down. All right, we're going to go over features. It's a little bit of a dust magnet because it has this like ridge design. So yeah, it's what I like about it is it has no soft touch plastics. I'm a fan of just simple plastics. It's fine by me. So yeah, it's a matte front here with a groove design. And of course we got rounded corners, so it's nice to put in your satchel, purse, or briefcase without issue. That's similar to the Inu, except this has soft touch plastics on it, which I'm not a fan. It feels good in the hand. Nice rounded corners on this one as well. Maybe even smoother because of the coating. But this is, again, $30 versus $15. You have to ask yourself what you need you need faster charging or standard charging. Standard charging is great for us radio and flashlight guys. So, but bring those out again. All right, there we are. So yeah, I'm going to demo this too with a bunch of devices. So yeah, hang in there. It's going to be cool. So yeah, there's that. We have the 4 LEDs up here. And of course, they light up white. This is your standard, 25% on each light. Mine was fairly accurate. Though when I got to this last light, I had about a third of the bank left on that last light. So when it goes to the last one, you're not in trouble. So there's no rush to charge it. When it starts flashing, you're going to run out. Mine started flashing, then went out in like a couple minutes, I think. So it has a low power mode, which is nice. It runs for 2 hours automatically, or you can turn it off, which is nice. So press and hold while it's on like this, and it'll do like a confirmation flash after 5 seconds. And I'll just let go. And it should go, yes, low power mode. So what it's going to do now is it's going to tell me it's in low power mode every 10 seconds or so. It's going to show that little flash. Now it'll run this low power mode for 2 hours, which means the power bank stays on for 2 hours. That's a nice thing, especially when you're running low power devices. I did one video where I had a little mini weather radio with the battery removed and running directly off the power bank with weather alert engaged. And that's a nice thing to have, so you don't have to use the main battery of the radio. So cool. So we'll go ahead and I will turn this mode off by press and hold. And hopefully that did the ticket there. All right. So the business end, you can see we got a bunch of ports here. We have a Type-C. It says in and out. As you can see, in, out, and it has numbers. So it's pretty self-explanatory, except the charge rates are interesting. So the Type-C has power delivery in 5 volts, 3 amps. You get 18 watt input to charge it. I recommend using a Type-C cable to charge it with an 18 watt charger. That's the best way to charge this bank. Otherwise, it's going to take forever. I've noticed output is interesting. It doesn't output the same. It outputs lower. That's why this is good for like radios and small devices. It outputs 5 volts at 2.4 amps. So there you go. We have 2 more inputs. The top one here is lightning, 5 volts, 2 amps in. And the bottom was micro USB, which is the same 5 volts, 2 amps in. One or the other. You can't use all 3. You can't use 2, just one of the 3. Over here we have standard USB outputs, but they're labeled 1 and 2. There's a reason. Number 1 delivers a little bit extra power. If you hook up one device here, you get 2.4 amps. If you hook one to here, you get just 2 amps at 5 volts. So why they did that, I have no idea. Again, it's just a simple construction, I think. Simple outputs, which is fine for us guys with the radios like Texan PL330, which I think I'm going to show you charging, small flashlights, things like that. You can run 3 devices, which is really cool. So I will connect 3 devices to this power bank to show you can charge a flashlight, charge a couple of radios at once. That's a nice thing to have, especially in an emergency situation, and also for charging your phone for like a text message in an emergency. This will do no problem because its capacity is nice. It doesn't have through charging, so if you're expecting to plug something in while you're charging it, don't do it. It doesn't work well. It sags the voltage way down, like 4.34 volts, I think I recorded. So you don't want to be charging a device at that low of voltage. So definitely just charge only input and do not charge anything while it's taking a charge. So there you are. Covered that. Delivered power output. Okay, so this is the best part of the show, is how much power can it deliver. Todderbert, okay, it can deliver 13,507 milliamp hours or 69.29 watt hours at 5 volts at 1.5 amps. I use an iPad real world testing. I don't use like a fixed one. I do a variable rate. So it was like peaking at like 1 3/4 amp, going down to 1 1/4 amp and 1.5 amps. So typically 1.5 amp discharge rate on the power bank, and gave me that result. That's really good. Efficiency in the 90s. If you compare it to the INEU, it's really close because the INEU delivered 14,182 or 73.34 watt hours. So it's not that far off. Capacity wise, there's like a 600 and 700 difference on the milliamp hour there, and watt hours, you're about 4 watt hour difference. So not bad of a difference when you got $30 versus $15. That's why the value leader is right here. Loving it. So yeah, there you go. Power delivered. Covered everything. Yeah, so let's go ahead and demo this bad boy, and then we'll do final thoughts. So we're going to hook up a bunch of things. Let me see what I'm going to hook up first. Probably my bigger radio. I got a XH data. I'm going to bring this up here. Let's see how I can get this here. Okay, so I have, yeah, this runs on an 18650, 2000 milliamp hour battery. So you probably get about 6 or 7 charges out of it before it goes out. So we're just gonna try to lay it sideways here and plug it in. I'm just gonna, yeah, figure it out. So these go in different directions. So we'll just, yeah, top one like that. So it's showing it's charging right away. Beautiful thing. All right, cool. Let's hook up another radio. I have a Texan PL330, runs on a BL5C battery. These batteries usually have 1000 milliamp hour, so you're looking at quite a few charges here, maybe upwards of 12 to 13 times. That's pretty nice. Keep it running for quite a while. If you're on vacation or you're away from power for a while. So this one's got a real long cable here. So I have cables running all over the place. This could be like a cable craziness. All right, so this one goes upside down like this. Okay, so that's charging. That's nice. It's showing. This is cool because they're showing elapsed time. I like that. Now, Texan, I saw that on there first, but I didn't know the XH data. Yeah, it's doing the same thing. How many minutes have elapsed? So very cool. Now that we have these two radios going, let's do a third thing, huh? That sounds like fun. Trying to make room for it. My flashlight. Let's see here. We have a through night. Here we go. TC15 version 3 using 18650. This one draws a bit of power. This is Type C, and we're going to go Type C to Type C. So we're going to find it there just by blind, because it's easy, because it goes either way. And this should be charging as well. There you go. It's got the little red light going on. So it did interfere. So sometimes when you plug in your Type C on a power bank, it will stop charging these two devices, and you got to replug them in. But on this one, doesn't. So this is perfect. So right now I'm charging all 3 devices at once. This is fantastic. Say you're in the field, boom. You got your radios going. You got your flashlight charging up for the evening to view your radio if you can't see the buttons. It's perfect. You can use this for like a LED lantern source. Lots of different options. So there you go. Showing you can charge all those devices at once and not sweat. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and disconnect this and do some final thoughts on the PBN74. I like the brand. Yeah, it's just finding them. It's difficult. Once in a while they'll disappear and they won't come back, and they'll come back with a different model. So yeah, I have to get this reviewed and published right away so you guys get a chance to pick one up. Definitely worthy of the money. Let's go ahead and pull these off to the side. Again, long cables here. This one's got a short one. That's nice. XH Data Radio D109. Nice radio if you're into portable radio listening, shortwave, everything. Yeah, loving it. That's an inexpensive radio too, $35. Oops. All right. So we're going to zoom back down and do final thoughts. Sweet. Yeah, pretty simple video. Again, simple device. Liking it. Overall opinion on it. Worth $15. I like 20,000 milliamp hour banks. They're about the right size for me. And they're getting smaller. This does seem more compact than what they used to be. They usually were bigger like this when I first started reviewing them. But they've been getting more compact. So I think the lithium batteries are getting better. Because this INU is even a little smaller, but I think it's a little taller. Nope, it's about the same thickness. It delivers more power as well, so it's nice that they're using better batteries. There you go. You get the idea for the inputs on the INU. I reviewed this one, by the way, and I should have an iCard up here for it, so you can check that one out as well. Again, this is like the number one. It has a little percentage display versus the 4 LEDs, but don't let that dissuade you. This is half the price. You could buy 2 of these for 1 of these. Have like tons of capacity. So if you're thinking about prepping, having 2 is better than just 1 for sure. All right, there we are. The Aukey gets an upvote for me. Links below. Check them out. If you like the brand and you want to see more, hit subscribe at the bell icon. Get notified of future deals. I do post deals when these things go on sale. If you've got the notifications on, you'll get notified of the deal and you'll be able to cash in. You guys know, a lot of you guys know, I've saved you some money. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about this particular power bank versus some of these other ones. Which one would you pick? What do you think? For us, for regular radios, I think this is enough, but you let me know. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in my next video.